through your testimony.
I want to thank God for keeping us around the pastor, the leaders, and everything. Okay, I said that right. Yeah, that's what purpose for him. But I've been on first shift since July 9th. And my supervisor told me the other day that I was killing me. Not really killing me, but made me work a little harder than normal. Because I was on Junior's little baby brushes. I changed over from that to Oil then back to Junior's. So I done like 2 or 3 different changeovers in 8 hours. And that's when he kind of was killing me. But I don't take the credit or thank God for moving me to a position. Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't get talked down to. I don't get disrespected. So I thank God for moving me somewhere that people. Thank you.
That's it. Somebody shout, give God praise for everything.
I'd like to thank God for many things He's doing for not just me, but for each and every one of them. My beautiful wife, pastor, all of them. Really a blessed person. I'd share this in doubt after you asked me. I don't, share it with everybody else. I try to find God in any and everything that I do. On a daily basis, I try to find Him in any and everything. And Pastor, I gave you a pretty picture to show it. Kind of demonstrate, what I'm talking about. Yeah. At church or at work, like the weld, around the corner of the chair, I began to ask God, I was grinding one day on the weld, and I was trying to find, God in me. Like, well, hey, where you at, God? And I kind of thought about it for a minute, and He revealed Himself to me. The weld, the imperfections in that weld and around that chair, you have to grind it out. That's God removing, us and our sinful nature. Just grinding them and welds off and cleaning it up just a tad bit. You can still see some of the imperfections in it when you finally give your life over. You see a few of the scratches, the bug, and all that stuff.
Yeah, come on.
And then the final product is when it's all buffed out, all clean. You can't even see the weld guard. You can't see anything. It's perfecting little things in each and every one. That's what I had seen. That's what God has given me. Pastor, that's been shared.
We're going to give God praise. Isn't that awesome? Because, as he was going forward, in his daily walk from, growing in the Lord, he could see himself. And it's a beautiful thing when you can see yourself in your daily walk, how you, live with you and how you live with others. And you find yourself those little bitty things that used to be attached and that used to be hard to get rid of. And find yourself as you depend on God and see God, it don't be attached, it start coming off. Come on, that attachment start releasing. And that's where we're supposed to be. Just like welding. So little bit by little bit as we grow in Christ, as you want to grow and find out more about God, you should be looking better, not worse.
Giving honor to God, Pastor number 2. Something Chris said, finding God in all things. Last week, I just want to share this because I've had to share this for the past 4 days at my job.
Wow.
Because sometimes we don't see what God is trying to do because we're too busy looking at what's right in front of us. There was a situation, and there's no secret because the enemy wouldn't want more than me to sit on this and cover this up and understand, I had an incident that caused me to get incarcerated. They caused me to be locked up for 3 to 4 days. Over something simple. But during this process, it allowed me to see just how God truly operates in all situations. God's allowed me to have favor with my job. Most people that any supervisor that gets incarcerated does what? He ends up losing his job. But understand that my boss, his boss, the complex manager said, you know what? Take as much time as needed to get through this because we know that this ain't nothing new. There is no way this can be something new. It was something that came from 2008. But understand, why did God allow this to happen here? Had this not occurred, had it not come forward right now, I could have been in Texas, locked up somewhere without being able to call and reach out to people who had my best interest in their heart and being able to do things for me. So I thank God, some people say, well, you have to look at that, oh, that's just so bad. No, it's not. God showed me exactly how he operates.
Come on.
It opened the door while I'm supposed to be getting fingerprinted and booked. The booking lady is questioning me about, why are you here? What are you doing here? You don't even look like you're supposed to do time. And I began to explain to her, the situation and explain to her about my ministry and what we do. And we sat there and we talked about her nephew. How can I get him into your men's home? So even when whatever the enemy will bad, God turns it around and makes it feel good. But understand, everybody, this whole journey, I could have got mad, I could have got upset. Every child comes from this little situation. Even when the cop began to question who I was and why I was and what I was doing. But even in that, the enemy still gets no glory. So I go to my job, and everybody, what did you do? What did you do? Let me tell you what I do. Let me explain to you what's going on. But the ones that really matter, my boss, they like, we know that's not you. We know that's not you. So whatever you need, if anything even comes out of this, we got you. Whatever you want. So I thank God for just being God in my life. The Bible says things don't think it not strange that these fiery temptations come as if it's something new. I don't care if you're walking right or walking wrong. Things are going to come. But it's how you handle those things when they come. And I thank God for preparing me to be able to be even in that situation because he had something to really see. And I thank God.
Come on, give God praise. Come on, give him praise. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. I tell you, I told myself that you got me in one crying. What's wrong with you? Just looking at him behind talking to him. I'm like, get over somebody. We got to go see him. Well, I don't think they might not. No, you tell them who we are. We got to go see him and make that connection, And so I said, looking at him, I said, oh, no, you're supposed to be there. What's wrong with that? But the beautiful thing is that when people don't know, you always got folks that are jealous of you. You always got folks that want to see your worst or your bad rather than to see your good. And what they do, they run your mouth to you and somebody else. Oh, yeah, child. Yeah, he ain't telling you everything. He got some secrets. Child, and this is what. So you got to look at your you got to watch out before they run their mouth too much. Come on. They run their mouth so much. And all they want to do, and they just start trouble. They just an instigator. Instigator. Just keep on to start stuff, keep stuff up, and they don't even know themselves. themselves. They life is in a shambles and they want your life to be in a shambles. Come on, give God praise. Gotta watch out for them. I'll call them leeches. Come on, all they do is suck. You ever seen a leech? You ever seen leeches, right? You know, you ever had a leech on you? You know, when we was little, they were just everywhere. Every time around there was a leech. And we would go to eat a watermelon, the leech was on the watermelon. It was like a year that the leeches was everywhere. And how you kill the leeches, and they was big, they was on the carport. They were just everywhere, all outside. And that was a year that they were just in abundance. And so what we had to do is get salt. Had to get a bunch of salt, that's it, and just pour it on them so it dry them up. But the leech is, all they do is suck. Just try to suck you dry. And if you let them, if they come on, they'll just suck all your joy out. They'll suck all your peace. They'll frustrate whatever they can get from you. You can go there and watch the leech. Come on. Just talk. So you got to watch out for them folk that talk. When you don't know somebody's business, keep your mouth shut. Come on and just watch. And if you want to know, some people don't want to know the truth of what happened. They want to carry on the lie. They want to keep disbelieving. They want to keep on trying to stir up a mess. And all you're doing is showing folks, you the one that got the problem. Ain't him. It's you. Come on, get back.
Ooh, all this anointing.
We were happy to get him home. We were happy to get our dick home.
It don't take too much from me. You got all this anointing up here with the Deacon Monty and the Apostle. They can stir things up, but I'm going to make this as short as possible, giving honor to the Spirit of Christ first in my life, to Apostle and to Pastor Time, everybody in their respectful place. It truly is an honor and a privilege just to be in the house of God. I keep on saying this every time I come up here. It seems like every time I come up here, I have something to testify about my job. The last thing I said the last time was that, these things keep coming up. God must be getting ready to do something concerning my job, But, what I want to say before I actually go into what I want to talk about is that, how many know it pays to live right?
I know that's right.
It pays to live right, and it's not about who sees what you're doing. It goes to a point where if nobody sees what I'm doing, I'm still held accountable. So therefore, I'm going to live as if everybody was watching me. Hello, somebody. But even on today, we're talking about the enemy and things like that, and we know the word of God that said that, he'll make your enemies your footstool, and he'll prepare a table before your enemies. And I was telling you guys about the lead at my job that's been giving me problems, and that's been really nasty and kind of disrespectful. Well, on today, let me back up a little bit. Actually, on yesterday, he had asked me about 5 minutes before it was time for me to go, to say, hey, I need you to stay. And I told him, I said, man, it's 5 minutes before I go, and I have to get a ride, so I would appreciate it if you let me know beforehand, not 5 minutes prior to me getting off. That way I can arrange my schedule so that I can be, an assistant student. So he got mad and he went back in there and talked to the boss man, but I still left and clocked out at 4 o'clock. Hello, somebody. But today, he came and he hunted me down. I was on my last break, and he came in the break room. He said, hey, man, he didn't want to, but he said, hey, man, could you please stay and help us out? And how many of you know, so it's very important to me, for me, to operate in love no matter what. Because of the fact that, sometimes folk can really get on your nerve and really get to the side of you that causes a reaction that you don't want to have come forward. But I thank God for the love of God that he had inside of me to say, look, you don't even need to react to what he's saying. You don't need to react to what he's doing. The only thing that you need to do is stand still and be who I've called you to be. And that's very important for me. I tell everybody is that it's not about what folks see, but I want my life to exemplify who Christ is. Not only do I want to live right in church, but when you see me in church, you see the same thing outside these doors. How many of you know that's very important? I don't want to be that one that's preaching and doing all this other type of stuff, and then here I am, I'm living a hell is like the devil is a lie. That's why I make sure that what I'm doing is in order with the word of God. Because why? I don't want to have somebody saying, well, look, you never know, you may make somebody fall. They want to join your church, or they watching you, and here you are, you acting a fool, but you in church like, no, the devil is like, let me straighten up this thing. But I say this to say that is because, you know, throughout these last 7 months, it seems like it's been thing after thing after thing after thing, and it's just, you know, sometimes, you know, it feels like you're holding on by a string. How many of y'all feel like that? Is that, God, all I need is a word from you. God, just give me something, because I'm at my last end. I'm trying to do everything that I know how to. I'm trying to, you know, do everything that I know that I can do, but it seems like nothing is just working. Every time I go to do right, boom, something's hit me in my face. I don't know what's going on. God, is it me? Am I doing something that's wrong? God, did I do something that I missed? What is going on? But how many of you know sometimes, I mean, God, not sometimes, but God shows up at the right time. And I was telling Sunday that Sunday just passed. Oh my God. If y'all only knew the condition of my mind and where I was. And God spoke a word to me, and that's what I needed to say. You know what, God, I can keep going. I can live another day. God, I will continue to serve you. God, I will continue to give you praise. God, I will continue to shout to the top of my voice. Because why? Because God, you knew what I needed at the time that I needed the most. Because at that time it was critical for me. It may not have been critical for y'all, but it was critical for me. I was at my wit end to say, God, I don't know which way to turn. I don't know which direction to go into. But God, I just need something from you. And God says, son, I got you. I ain't forget about you. Behold, my eyes is everywhere. Beholding all the good and all the evil. Come on, somebody. I see all things. Oh my God. I held on to that word because nothing goes unseen when it comes to God. I don't care where you are or who you with. God sees all things. His arms not stretched to where he can reach and pick you up. His eyes are not blind to where he can't see where you are and say, son or daughter, I got you. Don't you worry about another day, another minute, because I'm going to lift you up and I'm going to bless you. Oh my God. And that's exactly what he did. And that by itself, like I said, ain't the big things. I ain't talking about no car, no house, no financial miracles. I ain't talking about nothing that, but I'm talking about my soul. That God said, listen, I got you. You just continue to do what you're doing. Because sometimes you can feel lonely. Sometimes you can feel that God is not there. And he's there all alone. And all you got to do is just stand still. Don't move. Don't be moved by what people say. Don't be moved by the things that are in front of you. And sometimes to be the closest ones to you that will cause you to get out of the way. But how many of you know you got to remain focused? As Pastor Ty always says, that you got to have that tunnel vision. And go after whatever it is that you're seeking for. But first put God in everything that you do. Hello. And God will handle the rest. It truly has been a blessing. Even with, I had some attendance problems. I had got sick some time ago, and I had accumulated so many points. And at our job, we go by a point system. So because I had too many points, I was ineligible to apply or, bid out for a job. But how many of you know I'm eligible as of today? God has made a way for me to be eligible to apply for other jobs. And I just thank God for that, because it's the simple things that makes me happy. That I see God moving in those things in my life to say, you know what, God, I can live another day. God, I can serve you for the rest of my life. Because, God, you have done so much. You've loved me more than I love myself, God. And I just thank God just for that all by itself. But it's just amazing, his love and his grace, that he shows us day by day by day. And sometimes we don't deserve it. In fact, we don't deserve it, but yet he gives it to us. And I said, I'm going to seize every opportunity. I'm going to seize every moment to make sure I'm doing what's right. So y'all continue to pray my strength in the Lord. And continue to continue.
Come on, give God a praise. You don't have to worry about when people do you wrong. Come on, they talk down to you. You trying to do your best. It don't matter whether it's an employer or a supervisor, but you can be trying to do your best. Somebody always finding something wrong. Come on. You at the top and you think, oh man, I'm all right. And they'll find something to tear you down. But look at your neighbor and say, you just remain confident. Come on, amen. Just keep on working on you. Because like Monty said, that, if he wasn't prepared for that moment, it would have overtook him. So there are things that life is going to always present. It's not going to be the devil. Come on. And that's why I was telling Monty in there. I said, look, it ain't nothing that you have done. It ain't nothing that, that you feel like, okay, God, what have I done? Why I end up here? Is it the devil? It ain't the devil. It's just something that you just had to encounter and find out. It was already just in the loopholes, just made a mistake or whatever. And just one of those things happened like it did to my brother, like it did to myself. Certain things just come about. And it's not everything. Get your name, everything ain't the devil. Because it come up 10 years later, because they done made a mistake and it wasn't taken care of 10 years ago, and it come up 10 years later, that just needed to be taken care of. Just like he said, he could have been in Texas, where he didn't know nobody. Come on, could have been in Missouri, where they didn't know nobody. But God let it, amen, come forth here, so he could be around people that he loved, and that loved him, and got his blessing. Come on, everything's not the devil. Because your life in this world is a big test. Come on. And things come to test us. Whether you're a sinner, you say, well, I don't get tested what you said. Yes, you do. You get tested to see whether you're going to do right by the law. You might not know God. Come on. You might not ever know God. But laws are in place to test your willingness to obey them, to keep them going to jail, and keep them getting into the system. How can we understand that? Come on. As I Paul said, before I knew the law, I didn't know I was doing wrong. Come on. Before I knew the law, I didn't know I was sinning. Before I didn't know I was doing wrong. But when I become to know the law, and now it comes to my, oh my God, the law is in my place. It didn't come to hurt me. It came to let me understand that there is a right and there is a wrong. And I can continue to do what's wrong and think it's all right and I can get away with it. That's it. Come on, give God all you. I can keep getting away with it. But the law makes me evaluate myself. It makes me evaluate myself and say, I don't want to be like Joe Smo over there doing what he's doing. I don't want to be like Sister Sarah over there doing what she's doing. No, I want my life to be better. I don't want to be in the system. I don't want to be caught up. And even if I am, I don't want to go back no more. Come on, give God a hallelujah. And I'm not going to let nobody cause me to go back. I'm not going to let nobody frustrate. I'm just going to, look, you go your way, I go mine. Come on, give hallelujah. Some folks in your face just make you just want to hear them. Come on. Make you want to just say something to them. But you know what? You got to practice that control. Tell your neighbor, tell your neighbor, control. Control your tongue. Control, because there's a time to say all things. Come on. There's a time to speak, and there's a time just to be quiet. Because sometimes when you speak, it's not always the right time, and it's the right thing. Come on. Come on, is that all right? And it could be the right thing, but the wrong time. Amen. Come on. So practicing control of the tongue and control of your temper, control of body language, so that you can make sure God, no matter what somebody, it won't be on my part. It'll be on them. Come on. Is that all right? So it's resisting the devil and he'll what? Amen. So God teaches us. Let's go to Hebrews 3. Because after a while, Johanna will be back in her, but I was only supposed to have this class until I finished Revelation and going through, but and then went past that into a whole lot of other things. But the thing is that, one of the studies that I go into, a lot of you won't catch on because it's really in depth. But beginner classes is needed. Reading your word, if you just gave Christ your life, you need to get in a habit of reading your word. Because you gave Christ your life and walking around, and you don't want to pray, you don't want to go to church half the time. You just want to just walk around, no read, no pray. And your mind is idle. You in everybody's business. You start trouble. Come on, you start trouble in your own mind. You're falling away from God. That's the house that the Bible says that Satan goes back to. And when he goes back and look, ain't no prayer going on in there. I'm going to bring, oh, come on, buddies, come on back. Come on. So what you've been delivered from, after a while, you start getting them cravings again, and it become overpowering, and you start acting kind of foolish, acting a little off, and everybody knows what you're going through. Because the reason why is because of the fact that you have no prayer life. You don't read your word, but you gave God your life. And as a beginning Christian, when you give Christ your life, don't wait to get to church while I'm preaching and read the Bible, because that's the wrong time. Come on, is that all right? Come on, because that's the devil that got your mind. Now you don't want to hear what God is saying to you. Now you're trying to block it out and go back and forth to the bathroom or whatever. But, okay, God, I'm trying to miss, that's how we was. When we first gave our life, it was done with the enemy. We get distracted. People think it's all right. A prayer or worship going on, they're reading the word. If you ain't read it before you got there, you ain't reading now. You just occupying time because you don't want to. And that's the enemy keeping you out of the presence of God and worshiping God. Or when God is talking through myself or Pastor Ty or whomever, you just in depth in a read. You ain't read the whole week, the whole year, the whole month, and you want to wait till God is talking. Now you so in deep. That's the devil. That ain't God. Take your name and say, that's the devil. You say, well, how is that the devil? It's the word. No, because what it is the enemy know how to be deceptive because he was up there with God. So he knows how to take your attention from what God is saying to you so you can get an understanding of God's word, and you read something that you don't even understand. You probably in Ezekiel. It sure take the Holy Ghost to reveal Ezekiel. Take the Holy Ghost to reveal Isaiah. It takes the Holy Ghost to reveal, come on. It takes the Holy Ghost to reveal the whole Bible. He said, well, why do you say that? Because I done been there and done that. Come on. Right there reading, because I don't, preaching, I'm reading. It wasn't even absorbing nothing that I was reading. Wasn't understanding a word that I was reading. Because I didn't want to hear what God was saying. The devil had me, I don't want to hear what God was saying. If I would have put down that word and followed God in the word and listened, he would have gave me the answer I needed to be prepared for what was getting ready to happen in my life. Come on, give God and give me strength. Come on. Let me say something. Let me understand that. Amen. You don't think the devil come with you? In fact, he beat you here. The devil beat you here. That's what the word said in Job. Get Job the first chapter so you can understand what I'm saying. The Bible said even when the men, they was getting ready to go to church, the devil was already there. He beat everybody there. He beat everybody there. He said, I'm going to get my woman. I got some questions going on. I got to talk to God myself. Come on. I got to ask God, look, I need to hurt somebody. I need to destroy somebody. Come on. Amen. So you got the time. Get ready to read it for you. Don't think the devil come to the devil meet you. The devil beat you here because he knows. I got to make sure I be a distraction. Don't worry about the baby. The baby fine. You just stay focused. God got if that baby die right now, that baby going to heaven. But you and your distraction won't. Come on, is that all right? So we want to stay focused. Come on, is that all right? Her crying is beautiful. Go ahead. Go Joe, go on ahead. I'm not there, so which one is telling me? I haven't even turned. Go ahead. Yeah. Go to the first chapter. Is the first chapter?
Yeah, first chapter.
Yeah.
Want to start with the first verse?
Yeah.
There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job.
Whose name was Job. We know Job was a righteous man. If anybody preaching other than, it's a lie from the pit of hell. Job had no sin. That's what God said. That's why he was righteous. He had no faith. Job had faith. Job just wanted to make sure is that God, I didn't do anything wrong to cause things to come upon my life. That's evaluation. That had nothing to do with him doubting, God. That had to do with him, going backwards. The man stood firm in the scripture that I'm going to give you in a few minutes. Go ahead.
And that man was perfect.
Come on.
And upright.
Perfect. I got that underlined. Perfect. And upright. So that means God let you know and myself know that this man had no flaws. But how can anybody live right? You can live right if you want to live right. That's just like if you don't want to be a part of the system, stay away from people that are part of leading you there. Come on. If you don't want to be frustrated and taken out of your character, stay away from people that will put you out of your character. You know who they are. You know who get you upset. You know who make you want to cuss. You know who make you want to get mad. Stay away from them. You know who make you want to just, stay away from them. Is that all right? So that means there is no handicap. There is no crutches when it comes to God. You can live perfect because he said, be ye perfect even as what? My Father is in heaven is perfect. So that means that, ain't nobody perfect but God. God lets you know without him you cannot live perfect. But when you got Christ in your life, I am able to live through him perfect. But I have to do the work. He already did it on the cross. How many understand that? So when he did it on the cross, that means that I have to apply his word. What word? The word of God. Come on. So I have to apply it. And when I apply it, what you mean apply it? I have to do it. Come on. If he says, in Ephesians 5, lust, you got to get rid of lust. Get rid of lust.
Yes.
If you know you got a lusting problem, don't just keep going to the beach.
Yeah.
Come on, is that all right? You say, Lord, and the thing about it is that you get to a place where you won't lust. You say, God, remove this from me.
Yes.
When you want something removed, the Bible says all you have to do is ask, and he shall what? He'll do it. Come on. If you mean it from the bottom of your heart, if I don't want lusting, God, I don't want that spirit of lust. I need you to take it away, and God, I receive it in the name of Jesus. Well, you said it ain't gone yet. Well, you know why it ain't gone? Because I'm gonna tell you how you pray. God, I got the spirit of lust, and God, I need you to do something with it in the name of Jesus. Well, of course it ain't going nowhere because you really didn't give it to him. Well, God, I got this problem. He already knows you got the problem. You got to remind him of that. Come on. You just need to say, Lord, I need you to remove this lust from my heart. I got anger. Lord, I need you to remove anger from my heart and help me to forgive. And when you say it and mean it, the Bible says you have to be remorse. That means you got to mean it from the depth of your soul. That means when you mean it, you will cry with it. You won't just be like, God, all you got to do, I think he doesn't do it. I feel like he doesn't do it. No, you know. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. That test going to come back to you. And it'll test you on the very thing that you said God to remove. And when you do, when that test comes, you will know it. But when you get up from there, crying and standing before God and asking God to remove that anger and to help me to forgive, you'll be able to go back to that person and say, you know what? I forgive you for everything you've done, and if I've done anything wrong, forgive me. No, ain't no if. I didn't talk to you the right way. I didn't have the right tone with you. It ain't always the other person. Is that all right? You done had your part in it, whether you realize it or not. Come on, is that all right? And we already want to point, why God is going back over this? But we always want to point and say, well, she talked to me wrong. He talked to me wrong. He did this. He did that. Okay, what was your part? Come on, what did you do? How did you egg it on? Come on. And see, that's the thing. Well, I asked God to help me to forgive her. Now go to her and ask her to forgive you for your tone. How for your mannerism. Come on. Because we want righteousness to follow us all the days our what? Come on. So that's a big part of it. So when we really ask God to remove things out of our life, people are preaching such a watered-down gospel that give you a crutch. In fact, they don't give you a crutch. They give you 2 crutches in a problem. You just, that's all. Yeah, you just broke it down and Jesus understands you going to heaven just like this. And then you're not going to heaven any kind of way. You got to get rid of stuff. Come on, give God a hallelujah. You got to get it just got you all up there, banded up. Yeah, God understand. God understand one thing. If you don't get off them crutches, if you don't change your ways and change your mindset, come on. It's not about the other person. It's about you. Yes. Come on. And sometimes we think somebody don't like us, or we think somebody talking about it. It ain't even that person. It's you. It's how you feel about the other person. Come on, give God a hallelujah. I have all in my ministry. I don't forgot where I was. Go ahead. I said, this ain't nobody but God. I forget it. Like, oh, he done just preached it. But go ahead. So he was righteous. So if anybody preached that here, Job was righteous. He was perfect. He did what was right because he wanted to. That's just like myself. I want to do what's right. I want to live right. And that takes me to always evaluate, always be alert, and make sure I don't enter in with people and things wrongly. Come on. You know what gossip sound like? Oh, I ain't got time for you. You're a gossip. You ain't pulling me into that. I see that spirit. Come on. Go ahead. What do you say?
And one that feared God and eschewed evil.
Come on. Fear God. Wasn't scared of God, but feared him. Reverenced him. Hope y'all got that underlined. Fear. Because that's a major component that we are missing in the churches today is the teaching of fearing God. He don't want you to be scared of him. He wants you to reverence, to respect him highly. God allowed the devil to do it. The devil wanted him to do it. We'll read that too so people can understand. How many got your Bible? If you ain't got no Bible, you need one unless you can't read. I understand. You can't read? That's all right. Well, you just keep listening. Because even if you can't read, if you keep that audio tape and that audio going on and you keep listening, God can still do what needs to be done. And you can still grow. Come on, is that all right? Amen. What do you say?
And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters.
Come on.
His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 2,000 camels.
Crazy money. Like LeBron. Is that his name? I'm saying it right? LeBron, crazy. Like Bill Gates. Just crazy money. Go ahead.
And 500 yoke of oxen and 500 she-asses and a very great household. So that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East.
Come on. He had it going on. He was just rich. God honored his life because he reverenced God. You got one people say, oh yeah, I reverence God. But yet he said, I can't stand God. What's wrong with you? You just better be glad you're not in Moses' days. Come on, God let us get away with a bunch of stuff. Saying a bunch of stuff. Come on. About him. God got feelings. That's why he said, I let them perish in the wilderness. Because why? He said, because they err and I couldn't stand. I'll show you the scripture. He said, I couldn't stand their wicked heart. Come on. He said, I'm reserving the wicked for the day of disaster. So God got feelings. But people that have not been taught, and they say they know God and know this, they wouldn't be talking like that if they really did. Because they know they're breathing God breath. Everything that they do, their body, their moving, it's all God. It's not. But see, they don't understand that because they haven't been taught it. But if you've been taught the essence of God, how He lives through Him, then you will understand, man, I'm saying I can't stand God and God is this, and I'm breathing His breath. Let me show up. Let me be quiet. Because you know He can take His breath at any time. And I fall dead wherever. Man on a motorcycle, he never cussed God. But he was at the red light on his motorcycle and just fell dead before the light turned green. People die every day. Come on. But I thank God for giving me another chance. God, woo, and let me live this way. Come on. Go ahead, Tom.
And his sons went and feasted in their houses, everyone his day.
Now, he had some crazy kids. They wasn't holy. But that's all right. He didn't care about his kids. But what he didn't let his kids do, take him out of holiness. You see what I mean? Yeah. Even though he loved his kids, he didn't let his kids affect his relationship with God. And that's where we got to be. Don't let things affect your relationship with God. Is that all right? People don't want to like this kind of word. I just want to hear about blessing. Won't you teach me about prayer? I just taught you about prayer. Because I taught you how to pray when you need to get rid of something. Because people don't teach how to get rid of things. They just teach all you do it's just a conversation with God. Really? It's more than a conversation with God. Come on. It's a relationship. Because if God met with Adam and Eve under the tree every day, did he miss? The Bible didn't say he missed a day. But there was a particular time. So why we think that, okay, I can go until Sunday and don't say nothing to him. Oh, it'll be all right. That particular day, I'll be fine. I'll just tell God, tell him all about my trouble. Hear my faith's cry. Is that it? Answer by and by. And that little talk. Oh, I did that Sunday. And then the whole rest of the week, you don't say nothing else. Jesus said, oh my God, what's wrong with you? I need to hear from you every day. I need to spend time with you. And that's why he told Peter. He said, Peter, and I'll get you that scripture. He said, Peter, 1 hour. If you would have prayed 1 hour with me, you would have cut off that man here. Is that right, Tom? Come on. He got, Peter was high strung anyway, high tempered. He was already working on it. He was already working on his temper. But Jesus no, Peter was the rock. Peter backed him up. Come on. Peter might have been mean as the devil, but Peter gonna back Jesus up. Come on, you don't mess with my Jesus. And so Jesus said, Peter, just 1 hour. Pray me 1 hour. Okay. Jesus, I'll be here. And Peter, y'all, it's 1 hour. Y'all ever had the moment where God be waiting there at 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You want to spend time with me, and I get up there. And I have to really, make sure that, I'm focused. Because I get up and I say, you know what? Oh, I ain't going to go on the side of the bed. One time I got so lax on this preacher said, your knees hurt on the floor. Just lay in bed and pray. I laid there and went back to sleep. I said, oh, Jesus, I thank you, Lord. I said, you just, touch Mary. Mary, touch Sally. Lord, Satan. I was trying to pray to bed, but I said, oh, Lord, let me get up out of this bed. Come on, you sit down and talk. What you say?
That happens every time, because I tried it too. And sometimes I didn't know what I was saying. I think I was like, Lord, I the butter, sugar butter. I'm like, wait, what? Just say it.
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm telling the truth. Y'all know she's telling the truth. I'm gonna tell you what, I don't know if it ever happened to y'all, but you like you said, you already dozing off. And be praying something, all of a sudden, like you said, you doze off. And see me, I woke back up. And I'm like, I knew I was just praying before. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out, like, where was I at?
That's the truth.
I started like going in on myself, and I don't know. This thing got to the point where you realize, like, I faded off, I just stopped. Just stop.
I would say one time I went into one of these good old deep sleeps, and I woke up and said, man,
prayed for 2 hours.
That can't be right. I prayed for a good 2 hours. No, he did not.
That was all sleep. See, that was sleep, wasn't it? Boy, you do. So you got to be aware that don't make you comfortable. But if I'm going to pray to God, I got to be alert as well. So I said, man, I got to get up out of this bed. Let me get up on this floor. So I don't even stay in my bedroom. I got a designated place in the living room, upstairs, in the closet. I done stayed running so many times.
What's really bad is when you're in prayer, I don't dare a whole lot anymore to get down on my knees over there on my stairs. Because I remember one night I came in here, I wasn't tired, I was wide awake, and I was on the chair, and I was like, Jesus, thank you, Lord. Drool going down my head, and I was like, oh Jesus, I'm sorry, that struck me dead, please.
That's right, to say it together. Have mercy, Lord, forgive me. Oh God, I've sinned, help me, God, help me. But it's like, let me get in a place where you have to get alert. You have to be alert. Look at your name and say, you got to be alert talking to God. You have to be alert. You got to know, look, God, you hear me and I want to hear you. And I don't want to be asking for stuff. I want to say, Lord, first. And see, this is how the thing about it is that before I even go, I say, Lord, create in me a clean heart. Forgive me of my sins. Forgive me of all my transgressions. Because I want to make sure, before I go to God, the Bible says that if you have sinned and done anything, look, don't even ask. Come on. Because of that, I'm not going to hear you. Come on. Amen. Until you get it right. Go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead and go, y'all. I fell asleep. You know, he woke me up. I'd actually sit on the side of the bed. And I fell out, you know, and I'd wake back up, you know, I'd apologize and had to start all over again. And I'd fall asleep, and I'd have, you know, it happened like 3 or 4 times. Well, I guess, you know, I realized, you know, I've got to do something dramatic here to get this boy up.
Come on.
Well, I was praying, and I fell asleep. I want you to know I fell off and busted my head against the wall. That was a lesson learned. I do not even sit on the side of the bed and pray. I'll stand up if I've got to. Because I don't like to function anymore.
I know that's right. How many can agree with that? Come on. But prayer is essential. Amen. To build that relationship with God. Because if God met with Adam and Eve every day, He's going to meet with you every day. Not every now and then. Not once in a while. But every day. If it's for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, you should designate a time in your house and say, this is where I'm going to pray at for the rest of my life. If you move it to another house, this is the area where I'm going to pray for. You got to designate your sanctuary. And nobody goes in that place. Nobody but you. I don't care if you got kids. My grandkids, they're coming home. You know, it's respecting. But it's saying, God, I want to grow. So you can't grow unless you apply yourself. Is that all right? Apply. So what he says there. Woo! Come on.
And called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all.
Come on. Look, he prayed for his kids. No matter how bad they were. He prayed, and that's what you need to continue to do. See, he was a man of prayer. I mean, he didn't only pray when he got to the sanctuary. He prayed in his home. He prayed in his car. Sometimes I know I get to praying and feeling God so, it has to be the Holy Ghost to take the wheel. Because I get carried away. Come on, he does. Come on. Say it, Fonda. Come on. You get a ticket, but I never got a ticket over it. Because one thing about God, before you get a ticket, He's going to already bring you out. Come on, how many understand that? Because when you're in the Holy Spirit, God already knows what's going to happen. Now, if you ain't in the Holy Ghost, you're going to get a ticket. God protects His own. I'm telling you, if God puts you under, God already going to say, hold it, there we go. Slow
true. And even in just conversation, you know, you begin to start talking about God, and you get deep in that conversation, it gets good. You and the other person in the car driving. I even been with the apostle before. Like, I was saying, you know, God is so good. And we missed the turn. Apostle, we supposed to turn back then. We still going forward. You know, it gets so good. You know, you lose track of time, and before you know it, you somewhere else.
It's true. Because when you start thinking about the goodness of Jesus, and you start begin to just love on God, you get caught up. That's where you get caught up in the presence of God. And only God protects and knows all things. He knows just how far to let you come where He at. Come on. And say, well, hold up. You can't come up too far now. Keep you, mandated. You know, but He let you just come so far where He at. And then say, okay, it's time to come forward now. Come on. Okay, out of the presence now. But when you love Him, sometimes, but that's what God wants us to be. He wants us to be where we love Him so much that don't wait till you get to the church. Pray at home. That's nature prayer. Pray when you get in the shower. It has to become not a second nature. It has to become your first nature. Because when you deal with so much, and especially if you're a person that's analytical, or if you're a person that things get on your nerve, people that wear their heart on their shoulder, and they haven't gotten to the hard part yet, you know, they haven't grown to that. Prayer is essential for you to grow. So you won't let things bother you and take you out of your norm. Take you out of it. I don't know why God's going this way, right? Don't start a prophetic anointing. I can't do nothing without the prophetic anointing without God doing that. But God is talking to somebody. So we can wear our heart on our shoulder. We can be sensitive to so many different things, and worry about what people say. And that one, they get on my nerves. And always something. So what prayer does, and what the Word of God does, in coming to church does, it builds our character and builds those sensitive places where they don't hurt as much. Come on, you start realizing that, why in the world I'm going to get upset and they're going to keep on doing the same thing? I'm just going to, Lord, show me a different way of handling this without always watching them and I got it and look at them. There they go, put the crumb back on the table. Up they left the crumbs on the table again. Won't he stop putting the fork can you just put the fork in the drawer? Why are you leaving it on the counter? Watch. Y'all know people like that. Come on. Watch everything you do. And you don't just picky. You know, but what it is when you got a person like that, and then after a while, both of y'all going at it because you ain't got to watch me all the time. But stop watching me then. Stop that. And then both of y'all going at it and no need to go at it. You sit up here, God is so talking. Come on. So what God does, He said, look here, you need to pray more so you can stop worrying about Him leaving it on the counter and not put it in the drawer and just say, you know what? I know that's what He's going to do. Stop even watching what they do and just say, you know what? Lord, help me not to be so sensitive to that area. Help me not to be so picky in that area. But God, help me to learn to maybe talk to Him because I know I'm going to have to remind. Some things people going to do for the rest of their life. It ain't nothing that you can do about it. But help them and say, you know we get on my nerves. I'm just going to help you say, you know what? Well, I got to do it for them. They grown. I'm going to tell you why. You got to do it. Keep from getting on your nerves. Come on, give God grow. Touch your name and say grow. Because maybe they'll get it one day if you just stop and stop worrying about it and just say, well, I'm just going to, just put it in there. That's what they're going to do. And not worry about it. Don't look. Don't even try to notice. But just, okay, we got to do this. Okay. I'm not talking about people that go to draws. I'm talking about all that. I mean, just remind them, instead of get on there, your nerve. They said, can you go ahead and pick that up? I know I got to remind you 10 more years. Okay. Pick them up. Okay. As long as you do your job and pick them up, that's fine with me. As long as I ain't got to. Go ahead. Oh yeah, I see them down there. Go ahead. You know, and then you'll find yourself not getting mad about it, but it becomes a joy. And then next thing you know, the person has noticed that he ain't even getting mad no more. They're leaving on the ground. You know, I just be my dirty junk all over, and they won't even get this. Well, you know what? Let me start doing what I'm supposed to do. Come on. You just can't make grown people do nothing. But you can change your perspective of how you come on, how you treat them and stop frustrating yourself. Come on, is that all right? Come on. And I have you gotta learn how to say, Lord, help me develop and do something different. Help me to communicate differently. Because they've been like that all their life and they ain't gonna change. So you ain't gonna change me for the sake of you ain't changing. No, okay, God, I just got to be a better person and help communicate. And if I got to remind them, because I know they 10 more years. Go ahead. That's it. 10 more years.
This is like years where he does that on the road. He always manages to leave one item out somewhere for me to notice that he left it out. I'm like, why do you do that? That's what on the road. Why could you put your stick up?
Exactly. That's what they never do. I think what they know is that if they don't do it, you won't say nothing to them, and they need for you to say something. Come on. That's it. They need for you to say something. So I'm like, whatever it is, I know she can't say that shit, say something to me if I do this. That's what they do love. Go ahead, Lee.
When I go do laundry, I'll fold it and I'll bring it to the house. I'll have Sean put his up. I'll put mine up. And I'll leave John sitting there where he put his up. Because I think up for his jeans.
What?
You'll leave your jeans sitting there. I'm like, okay, Lord.
That's it. Please do it. Okay, fine. You know, I mean, you look at a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, you can see even with kids. You'll tell them over, you'll say, no, pick up this. Instead of picking up, you know what they do is push it under the bed.
John, he'll leave his sitting right over the couch. I'm like, no.
Exactly. Well, mine puts stuff under the bed and pick them up. Okay, it ain't gonna be here when she does. So I just push it under the bed where she don't see it. That's it. And then why do we think that we're not gonna look? That's it. That's it. Obedience better than sacrifice. But it's exactly. And the thing about it is that they know it get on your nerves. But the thing about it is that you have to grow in that area. Touch your neighbor and say, grow. Come on. Because you see Job had crazy kids that were doing, but he didn't let them kids change him. It's like you can't it might not be kids, it might be people that you be around. It might be a brother, it might be a sister, it might be a husband, it might be, a puppy. There we go again. We've been out training him how to go outside now. He's doing it on the carpet. But you got to grow in that area. Touch your neighbor and say, grow. Grow. Because everybody always got to go through. We're all raised differently. And it don't matter how many people that is in a place or how many is in the church. We're all raised differently by our mother, father, sister, brother, uncle, grandma. So everybody got a different perspective. But what God does is cause me to love you so unconditionally because I pray, Lord, I want to love her despite of how she was raised. She might not think like I do, that she might not act like I do. You might really think your junk is perfect and it's really unperfect to the other one that is imperfect. Come on. Is that all right? But I want that love. God, give me that love that I can accept them for who they are. That I don't be changed or get upset and lose it. And then I'm miserable. Then everybody in the house is miserable. I'm upset. Then everybody else goes, oh, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with her? Oh, we got to check on this shit. Child, did you see how he was? Everybody get to talk. That's become gossip. Child, I think they mama done called. I think their sister told him off. Yeah, child. It was the butter in the soup. People just make up stuff. Come on, the butter in the soup. That's it. Don't even be knowing, but just talk. And then all that talking, it starts wearing on you. That's why you got to make sure is that, you know what, dismiss yourself. When you're trying to have a clear mind and a clear conscience and make it to a certain goal in your life, and do that don't mean I got to isolate myself. I can still talk to you, but I know in talking to you, I know you got your issues that you don't want to get rid of. And me and you are not we ain't going the same place. We might talk a little bit, but hey, I know when to cut it off. Okay, see you later, buddy. Have a good day. Yeah. Love you too. Don't come over my house. Oh, I love you, man. You're the best. Don't come on my road. Come on, give God a hallelujah. Come on, you gotta know just how far to go. Come on, you got some people that will bombard your house. They will bombard you. One was stalking my house when I got here. It's like, I thank God for my daughter. She was jogging and found they was stalking my house. And I felt them when I was upstairs, and I felt them stalking, don't call no name. I felt them stalking my house, and I knew, I said, boy, I feel this person real close to me. Boy, I feel this person is close to me. And my daughter was jogging, I think they just upstairs. And I told her, she already knew who it was. And here it is, when my daughter and Gabby come back, Mom, so-and-so is stalking your house. They out there by, I said, what? Come on, what's that? Yeah, looking toward the house. I said, Lord, thank God that she would have came to my house and, no telling. I'm telling you what I would have did. She would have came in, hello, how you doing? Click. What's that? How you doing? And you go back and say, because you don't invade my privacy. Come on, give God prayer. I love you, but don't invade my privacy. Come on. Amen. They say, oh, that ain't God. That is God. Come on. Because you do not invade people's privacy and unannounced. That is not God. That is not respect. God gives us laws to respect one another. Come on. If you got God, you going to respect my property, respect my place. Come on. So if I don't want to hear about God, like my 35-year-old nephew, when he was the biggest drug dealer, so when he got out and got divorced, he had to come live with me for a little bit. He was trying to really hurry up too. 35 years old, because he knew you have to go to church if you live in my house. I'm 35 years old, auntie, and you think I care? You in my house now. So, I told him, I said, you going? He told his other auntie. He said, Auntie, it's a shame. I got to get up when they get up and go to church. She said, well, you know how Auntie Jennifer is? You got to go where she goes. And I told him this. I said, now, if I was in your house playing my church music, you don't like church, and I'm living with you, and you told me to cut my church music off, you think I'm going to get in your house and say, how dare you? You going to tell me, cut my, Jesus going to get you, he going to kill you, great. God don't know, you don't talk to me like that. I'm a minister. Who do you think you are? Auntie, get out. Get out. He'll have every right to get me out, because what? I'm in his house, playing my church music he don't like. So I say, so I'm in your house playing my church music, you tell me to get out, you tell me to cut it off, I'm going to have to, because what? It's respect. Come on. I had to learn to respect. So now that he's in my house, so I don't want this, I don't want that, and it's called what? Respect. Somebody shout respect. Respect. Come on. So when he got there, he was like, oh yeah, Auntie, I like that. Yeah, that's what it is. So it's respecting my privacy, respecting my space. And that's what the laws of the land is all about. It's respecting one another. Come on, is that all right? God is sure talking to somebody over here. Come on, read on right quick.
And it was so when the days of their feasting were gone about that Job's it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thus did Job continue.
Now look, he didn't care about his kids. He said, well, them preachers' kids are so bad. Well, you see Joel's kids? They were terrible. Now, all preachers' kids and pastor kids are bad. Mine wasn't. I had to get with their program though. I didn't let them do anything they want to do and when they want to do. They probably thought I was a mean mama. But who cares? I love you. This is what it's all about. I love you. And I want you to understand that you're going to respect other people and respect, you're going to be a good citizen, whether, while you're with me, but when you're outside of me, you do anything you want to do. Come on. So, Job had bad kids.
Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
Now you see that when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
And Satan came also among them.
Oh no, Satan didn't beat church. No, he didn't. What he want to come to church for? Why? What he come to church? To get you distracted, to keep you from hearing what God wants you to hear. So you can become better and start thinking about, what, I need to change. I gotta get this under control. I gotta get this temper under control. You can take people that smile and laugh, but underneath, they about to pop. They about to explode. Come on, with anger and with, fighting and all that. But yet they smile and carry on and going forward. So he said, well, I can go before God.
Okay, the first part of that where it says the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, is that like the word that we use today going to church?
Yeah, not the big sons of God. Like in Genesis. The angels.
Just individuals coming together, congregating together.
Yes. And he was right there too. And so not only that, but the angels didn't need to go. They were right there with God. So when it comes down now, you can say too, because I'm pretty sure with the angels of God, the sons of God was angels. So the angels was already with God. So it's the regular people, sons of God, just people of God coming forward. And the devil says, I'm coming to you. I'm right there with you. So that's why we say, look, the devil beat you to church. He's already there. He's already making sure. Child, make sure that stockings room right there. Look at her stocking. Look at his shoe. His shoe about to come apart. Look at all this other stuff about to do it. So here it is, God. Let us know. The devil has a request too. God, I got a request. Right? Go ahead. So they know his presence. Now you don't see the devil just like the natural eye there didn't see the enemy. Job didn't see the devil, did he? But Job went to church to what? To present before his kids. So did everybody else. The devil was there, the angels are there. Everybody was present. So there was natural. So it's regular. I think I want to do Genesis. I think it's 60. Verse 2. Yeah, the second verse. So now you have the small of that. The sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. So we know with this here, the sons of God, because God had them on the face of the earth. So now, they was before. They was guarding the people. So now with this sons of God, you have just the regular men, like Job, that was going forward and presenting in the temple, in the tabernacle of God. And also, you said the angels. So now, let me share this with you. With Job going, plus the angels and plus the men, they all going. That's it. So angels and the enemy. Because with Job going, there was people there, just like the angels come with us, but the devil is here too. But we don't have to, in other words, when they said, oh, we got 3 people here, but the angels are there too. The sons of God, the angels, they're present. So is the devil, and so is the regular sons of God. In other words, it's the people of God like ourselves, the people that know God like Job. Is that all right? So it's all of them. Everybody come. Everybody coming to church. So is that all right? Well, Well, what it is just like now. The devil in his presence, he comes with us. His presence does, but he's not stationed here on earth. You see what I mean? But he's where that he can present. You know, and say that. Yeah, Satan. So the angels, they come too on earth. This is the angels that transform themselves. So when we look at here, is that the devil, what it is that, yeah, Job going to present his daughters to church. He's going to church, but yet the devil is still saying, God, I'm in your presence. The angel of the Lord is in his presence. But the devil said, I'm in your presence, God, and I need this. In other words, the devil coming to church with us, but he's going before God. You see what I mean? He's going, and he don't need to come to the altar with us. Now you got that? He don't need to come to the altar with us. He's going before God, but his presence is here. You understand? How many understand that? His presence is here, but he's not coming before the altar like we are coming before the altar. So you understand that? He's going before his Father. Because he's saying, now look, I need to touch Tanya, but he's not doing it where we were at. So everybody got that? That sounds like, yeah, with the angels. So there we got the angels too. The angels said, well, I thank God, because if it wasn't for the angels, keep the ministering angels that you need to walk. You know? So they're there also to protect. You know, to make sure the devil don't get get too over. So the angels gonna come, because the devil gonna come, and the angels say, I'm gonna come too. Well, I'm watching you. You see what I mean? So how many understand that? So we don't come directly to the altar like we do. They're in the presence of God. Like we are in the presence of God, but we're just natural form. And how many understand? We're in the natural form of the presence, because the presence is huge. The presence ain't in here just in this dormant place. God's presence is enormous, it's everywhere. So that means if I go out this door, I'm in the presence of God. Is that okay? How do you understand that? Yes. Come on. If I go to Chicago, if I'm where God is, and that means, in other words, if my prayer life is like it should, and I'm before God like I should, I'm in his presence. And even if I'm not where God is, just being in the atmosphere of the earth, I'm in his presence. How many understand that? Touch your neighbor and say, you in his presence whether you know God or not. Because the whole atmosphere is him. Come on, give God it. Everybody understand the whole atmosphere is him. It's not just heaven. That's cool. It's not just heaven. So, ready? Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Satan, come on, whence comest thou?
He said to Satan, where are you coming from?
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
So what the devil does, he's here, walking up and down, said, well, I gotta try somebody. Let me see Jazz, let me see Monty, and he's saying, let me look around. We got Sean, we got Tom. Wait a minute. Let me try Sister Monty. Marty, let me try that sister right there. No, I think I want to try Pastor Time. I don't know time yet. So, what he tells me?
And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
So they're having a conversation. Satan says, have you considered my servant Job? The Lord said, I'm sorry. The Lord said, have you considered my servant Job? So look at this. So the devil is looking for somebody that's really living perfect. He don't want to try you if you don't even got it together. If you still dealing with, getting upset so much, that ain't the devil. You just got to work on getting your relationship right and getting over that stuff. That ain't the devil. Now, so-and-so came and hurt my feelings. Well, that's because God is trying to push you to get rid of your feelings and get tougher in some areas. So here it is. We call everything the devil, but everything is not the devil. He only want to try those. Pastor Ty done grown so, man, he done got perfect. Man, he done overcome everything in his life. And you know what? I'm sick and tired of him. He make me sick. I want them have-done Christians. I want them one that's half-done stuff. You know, I already got them, but I want that one, I want him to fall. I got the one that they ain't stop cussing, they ain't stop getting mad, they ain't stop unforgiving, they ain't stop lusting. I already got them. I want to make this one fall. What he says? See, he's like, God says, you know what? You've been looking for somebody perfect, but have you considered, you see what God said? Have you considered? So the devil ain't, he's scared to ask probably for one thing. Oh God, I'm looking for somebody. Okay, God, what you think? What you think, God? Go ahead.
That there is none like him in the earth.
What did God says to Satan? None like him. So who says Job was sinned? Job sinned. Job never sinned. Go ahead.
A perfect and upright man.
A perfect and upright man.
One that feareth God.
Come on.
And escheweth evil.
Come on.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, does Job fear God or not?
Now see, this is a conversation Satan had. I want to make sure. Right? Is that right? Because I don't got my Bible. Okay. Satan answered the Lord. First, the Lord says, I'm going to point somebody out to you because you know what? I'm giving bragging rights. I got the right to have bragging rights on my servant. So, God got bragging rights on you. He know anything to come your way, you ain't being moved.
That's right.
Come on. He know anybody can come and cuss you out. You ain't going to cuss back. Come on, you don't give him love. Come on, give God hallelujah. Somebody say, brag on me, God. Don't be scared. Come on, ask for patience. Don't be out. Look here, you don't need to ask for patience for trouble to come. You ain't got to ask for patience for trouble. It's going to come anyway. Be careful what you ask for. Well, you do, especially when it comes to the husband. You gotta be careful with patience. You ain't got to ask God for patience to have trouble. You're going to have it anyway. That's a part of building patience. Is that all right? Go ahead.
Then Satan, does Job fear God or not?
We're having a long conversation.
Has not thou made a hedge about him?
Satan said, look, God don't fear you. He reverence you. He respects you highly. He puts you over everything. He don't want for nothing because he knows you'll provide for him. That's the way to live. When you fear God, God said, I'll make you rich. That you will be the head and not the tail. You will want for nothing. Come on. That's the way it should be. Go ahead.
And about his house and about all that he had on every side.
Look, Satan said, look at God. You got to take it on every side. You just do everything for me. I'm tired. But go ahead.
Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land.
Satan is saying, you bless the substance, you're blessing everything, you're giving him money and all. Look what you're doing to him, God. You gonna save some for me? No. Go ahead.
But put forth thine hand now and touch all that he had.
Now look at the 11th verse. The 11th verse, Satan told God to do what?
But put forth thine hand.
He said, put forth your hand against him. And what?
And touch all that he had.
Take everything, God.
And he will curse thee to thy face.
Do you think the devil is telling God to do that to you? God looking back and I ain't doing that to him. Are you crazy? I don't need to do that to him. He'll do it to himself. He don't even get the devil permission no more. You ain't got to do nothing, Satan, no more. He'll do it to himself. Come on. But look what Satan had. Satan said, God, you touch his substance. You take away his house. You kill his kids. You take away his money. Go ahead. Curse him, God. Curse him. And what God had to tell him.
And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power.
Now, you see that? Do Satan have the ability to touch him without God? No. That's it. The devil don't got that kind of power. He only can do what he is, that's it, allowed to do. So that means he goes to God for you. Can I get him in trouble? Can I touch him and make him feel? Yeah. But like I said, anymore the devil don't even have to ask God for nothing. You do it. He be sitting there, yeah, whoa. They think it's me, give me glory. Yeah. I told Monty, we ain't giving the devil no glory. That was not the devil. That's just something that had to be taken care of because they did it wrong. Come on. We ain't giving him that kind of glory. But he was like, whoa, I said, I'm the one that started that side. Cash. Did you see that? All that confusion at the church, they said it was me. It was me. They don't know that sister in black. Come on. The devil just happy because we giving him all this glory because we say the devil this, the devil that, devil that. And a lot of times they need to go. Now, something that is unusual, now that will be the enemy. That God will have him to say, okay, go ahead, you go ahead and cause certain things to happen. That's unusual. You know, and it might be a test, it could be cancer. Like cancer. Spirit of infirmity of the devil. It's not from God. It's like, let me give him cancer. So let me give Jennifer cancer. I guarantee she'll stop preaching. I had ovarian, stage 4. So, well, take chemo, take, radiation. No. Spirit of infirmity. I knew how to say, God, I live before you. If you heal me, you heal me. But if you don't, I'm still going to preach your healing. And that didn't stop. So that's unusual. So that is not by no apple I ate or by no lettuce or by the chicken. So that come out of nowhere. Like, what in the world? And I was a healthy eater too. What in the world? My mama didn't have cancer coming down those genes. Where did this come from? That's the spirit of infirmity. Spirit of infirmity too. That the enemy put in my hip. It was a sciatic nerve. And I got up one morning and all of a sudden, oh, God, hold it. Oh, that thing hurt. I don't know if Darren can remember. And that thing hurt me so bad. And I said, well, man, where did this come from? So I said, you know what? To make sure it's not a spirit of infirmity, I said, I'm going to go to a chiropractor, to a doctor, get an x-ray. If they can't find nothing, I know what it is. I know what I'm dealing with. It's a spirit of infirmity from the enemy. It's a spirit of the enemy. So when I went to a chiropractor, and they did the MRI and stuff like that, they said, well, Jennifer, we don't see anything. I said, what you? I said, it's like this thing, sciatic. He said, oh, like a sciatic? Yeah, the sciatic nerve. They said, we don't see no picture, we don't see nothing. You know, and boy, when I just, oh my God, if I walk on that thing, oh, it bring me down, like, oh man, I can't do it. And then here it is, I got to teach and preach and have revival. So when I was teaching one day, and I said, Lord, I said, now this, I don't know if I was teaching or maybe in my bedroom or whatever. I said, now I'm tired of this. I said, now this spirit got to go. I said, I command this spirit, this infirmity spirit by the blood of Jesus Christ to go back to the abyss from which it comes. In the name of Jesus. That spirit left me. In fact, I was teaching in Bible study. Come on, get done. That spirit left me. Now, let me tell you what happened. My mother was coming out of the bathroom. As soon as I say that spirit to go back to the abyss from which it comes, it went right into my mother. When she came out the bathroom, now she was walking fine the whole time. I said, oh. I said, Mama. I said, you okay? She said, I got such a pain. And she said, Jen, it's hideous. I said, oh, boy, I know what you got. I said, but you know what? I said, get ready to go right now. And while we had other people that was in the audience and stuff, I commanded that spirit to go back to the abyss and not to go to no one else in that congregation. I said, go and not to return. And when I did that, nobody else got it and left my mother immediately. Come on, give God a hallelujah. Those are spirits. Those are spirits of the enemy. Come on, it happens all out of turns and all like, just crazy. You just don't know where it comes from. And that's when you know with no detection, you know it's the enemy. Is that all right? No, is that schooling for you? See, some of us that's been this a long time, we already know. We know what to pray like Tanya and the rest of these, they already know. But the thing is that having the power of God to command it to go and to leave. And then knowing that when my mother came out, that's exactly what it is. It's got to go. It cannot come back. Because if I would not have commanded it not to come back, it would have went to someone else in the congregation. I mean, understand that? Yes. So this is how we know. So look here. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power.
All you have is all that Job has is in your power, God.
Only upon himself put not forth thy hand.
Come on.
So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord.
So God commanded him. You cannot touch his soul upon himself. You cannot touch his soul. Or you could touch his money. You could kill his family, cattle, everything. His body, he even got worms. And he stayed in sackcloth and ashes. And he cursed the day he was born. But he never, ever cursed God. He lived holy. His friends talked about him and said, Job, you what? You sinned and did all these things. Is that right? And God had to let them know, this man is righteous. So, you know what? For you to even prosper or whatever, Job would have to pray for you all. That's why it's good to keep your mouth shut up for people of God when you don't really know what's going on. Come on. Come on. Till you figure it out. Ask him. So what else?
And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, The oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
So go home and read the rest of that story. You'll see. God is, Satan have to come and ask for permission. He don't have power to do nothing. It's we that give him the ability to do whatever. Now, go to right quick. We don't get ready to leave. But I want to show you something kind of funny before we go. Hebrews 3 and 6. If you don't have it, underline. I want you to underline. Anything I tell you to underline is very important. The whole Bible, I can tell you just underline the whole Bible. It's all important. Because these are words of God. This is not words of men. These are words of God that the men that were holy was able to write them and keep up. I'm surprised that as Moses and everybody was talking and stuff, and God was talking, they was able to keep up. Come on. Ain't it right? So the 6th verse says what? And then,
but Christ as a son over his own house.
Over his own house. See, where God dwells, he take care of it. Where God dwells, he take care of it. Look at your neighbor and say, where God dwells, he takes care of it. So you ain't got to worry about people talking about you, lying on you, starting. God got you. There's nothing the devil can do with the people of God. Now, if you're outside the will of God and don't know God, he already can start all kind of stuff with you. Come on. Or you just started with yourself. You just started with yourself. And when you started with yourself, you cause trouble on yourself. Come on. So what he says.
Whose house are we if we hold fast the confidence and the rejoicing of the hope?
Now God said, whose house are you? Is he in your life? Is he living in your life? Are you praying? Are you reading your word? Are you loving to come to Bible study? Do you love to come to church? No. But don't say you're a Christian. Is that all right? Come on. Those that are Christian, they are Christ-like. They love everything God loves. They do everything God does. And they become better and better people than what they used to be. All because they get rid of their selfishness. It's all about selfishness. They get rid of their selfishness and start loving God the way they should love, and they become humble, and they see everything God sees. So he says, whose house are you? If you still doing everything in the book and don't love, you ain't God. You don't belong to him. Come on, is that all right? It hurt my feeling when I found out years ago that I ain't what? I come to church on Sunday. Yeah, but you don't work. You don't study your word. You don't like to come about, I sure don't. Because you know what? I just don't like the voice. I can't be talking like this. I can't. The word is the word. Go ahead.
Whose house are we if we hold fast the confidence and the rejoicing of the hope firm unto the end?
If we hold, underline it. If you hold fast, Dion, the confidence, that's what you got to build. To know God and have a relationship is be confident in him. That I don't have to let no one in my circle that don't belong. I don't have to have company over all the time to keep them feeling alone. I don't have to be a part of a group to feel important. I don't have to be around certain people to make me feel like I'm a part of something. I don't have to jump on the bandwagon and just agree with everybody because I don't want to be by myself and be right. All by myself. So, holding fast the confidence says you have to walk alone sometimes. Come on. You have to speak the truth when everybody don't want to hear it. That's even family members too. Come on. They will hate you for my sake. But hold fast the confidence. Look at your neighbor and say, hold fast the confidence. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Can you imagine Michael and said the spirit of the body of Moses? Yes, she is. No, he's not. You better. I rebuke you saying, okay. Don't be like that, huh? Don't be like that. So that's the Bible says that's why the angels, the Son of God, have to come too. They got to fight sometime for you. Oh, somebody shout hallelujah. I'm glad I got angels that will fight for me. Somebody shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. Because I'm holding fast my faith. Sometimes I might get discouraged. But after a while, I hear a song or I hear a sermon that the angels that the Lord has stirred up, those ministers of fire, to minister unto me. Come on, give me a song. Or give me the word that'll fire me back up. And say, what you getting depressed about? What you getting sad about? Baby, you better get up and do something. Come on. Somebody shout, hold fast to your confidence. In the rejoicing of what? Of the hope. Firm unto the end. Unto the end. Somebody shout, I got to last to the end. Because the devil always trying to kill you. He ain't trying to kill you spiritually only, but he's trying to get you in the grave because there's no repentance in the grave. See, that's why he tried. And you don't know. Just like that young preacher, and I thank you for telling us. Because, I was so sad when I heard about it. Yeah, very sad. Because that young man came and preached a powerful word and gave me a powerful word. And that was like, what, some months ago. Yeah, about 2 months ago. Only 30 years of age. And he died. Come on, we don't know when. You ain't got no monopoly on life. I don't have no monopoly on life. But what Satan wants you to do is stay in your foolishness and die. No repentance. That man of God died in holiness. He already going to heaven. But there's a lot of folks that say they're going to heaven, they ain't going. It's not what you say, it's what you do. Come on, give God praise. It's not what you say, it's what you do. Go ahead. Read right here the 7th verse on down. I want you to read.
Wherefore, as the Holy Ghost said, today if ye will hear his voice,
come on,
harden not your hearts.
Harden not your hearts.
As in the provocation in the day of temptation in the wilderness.
Now, provocation, rebellion, in that day. Go ahead.
When your fathers tempted me
Come on.
proved me, and saw my works 40 years.
Now you see how God told me he got feelings. He says, you see how they did me? I got feelings. They tested me. They tempted me. I got feelings. They did these things to me. And all I was trying to do is save them. I was trying to give them a better life. But they tempted me. And they proved me. And what else?
Wherefore I was grieved.
Now 10 verse. He said, where I put God. Wherefore I, God, Jesus, or Jesus is God, I was grieved. Jesus says, I was grieved. Look at your neighbor and say, God got feelings. That's why when we say we're a Christian, try to live a Christian life. Don't try to just give in so easily. Because it's too hard. Oh, I just can't. I got it. No, you don't have to. Try to resist the temptation. And it will what? Flee from you. So he got feelings. He said, I was grieved. So therefore, by me being grieved, what happened? On the 10th verse.
Wherefore I was grieved with that generation.
Come on.
And said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways.
He said they always err. In other words, they're always going astray in their hearts. See, God knows. That's where it's at. It ain't here. This heart don't do nothing but pump oxygen and blood. This is your heart, your thoughts. Keep your thoughts pure. When impure thoughts come, wash them out. Say, Satan, you're a liar. Jennifer, you're a liar. Lizzie, you're a liar. Whatever your name is, you are a liar. You're a liar. Go ahead.
So I swear in my wrath, they shall not enter into my rest.
He said, so I swear in my wrath. Only God can swear what he's supposed to. I swear in my wrath. See what God does when he gets grieved? He says that. And he's a merciful God. But God gets tired too. God gets upset too. And then God says, okay, there's an invisible line. You're almost there. One more thing. 3 more things. That line is a visible line. You live it up till you 25. The devil's still tempting you. You don't want to. And that line right there, you screw it a little bit. And God said, I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you. And you said, oh, I'm going to live forever. You get to 30. Right there. You might even get to 50 or 60. You might get to 70 or 80. You might even get to 100. But you right there. And the next thing you know, that invisible line, one thing happened. You crossed it, you did it. Bam. You don't know where that invisible line is. How many know where your invisible line is? That's what I thought. We don't know. So if you don't know, it could be 10 years of age. It could be 17. It could be 20. It could be 30. We don't know. But we know one day we got to be 90. Is that, am I going to wait until I die? You might as well not, because the Bible ain't going to say, Lord, Lord. You ain't going to enter in. If the righteous was scarcely made in, what about you? Well, I just wait till I'm on my dying bed and give my life to God. Baby, God ain't going to hear that. You got to have some works. Come on. You got to be able to have some works for the Lord. Woo. Go ahead right quick.
Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart.
Keep his voice. Keep it's time. Keep this verse. Take heed, brethren, lest there be what?
In any of you an
evil heart
of unbelief.
He didn't say an evil heart of killing somebody, an evil heart of taking somebody out, but of just unbelief. Not believing who he is. Not believing in what he can do. An evil heart of belief. So don't let nobody take you there. Don't let relationship take you there. Don't let people take you there. Don't let children take you there. Be like Job. I'm going to wait until my change comes. God, if you can bless me with that is good, then you know what? If you want to curse me this way, or if you want to put this infirmities on me, God, so be it. You give it and you take it away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So don't think you got all your life. Don't fool yourself. But maybe some ain't supposed supposed to just, but let me share this with you. Just like folks don't want to go back to prison, hell is worse than that. That's the word. If you know how prison is, or you know how the fire is, when somebody gets burned up, or just a fire in the stove, put your hand on the fire in the stove. If you can't put your hand on that fire in the stove and enjoy it, don't try. Don't try to go to hell. Is that a good example? If you can't put your hand on the fire on your stove and keep it there and enjoy it, don't go to hell. It's real. Come on, give God a hallelujah. Hallelujah. So he says, departing from the what?
Departing from the living God.
Departing from the living God.
But exhort one another daily.
Exhort one another daily.
While it is called today.
Come on.
Lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin.
Through the deceitfulness of sin. So we're going to hold like that. I want you to go one more time, because I got to get this to you. Get Deuteronomy 28. This is kind of a cute scripture. And the reason why it's cute, reason why I'm giving it to you, 23, I think. And it's just a little bonus. It's something kind of human you to where, man, we got a God that really think like this. And you do. You really do. Go to 23, I'm sorry. I think it's 23.
And thy heaven that is over thy head.
Hold on. The 23rd chapter and the 9th. Read from the 9th to the 14th verse. Now, the reason why I'm giving you this, because to go with, he says, I was grieved that God got feelings. God is so particular that the first toilet was not what man made, but the first toilet was where God began to tell them to dig in the ground. But don't even put it by my sanctuary. Don't put it by my tabernacle. Because you know what? I come in and I don't want to smell your stuff. I don't want to see your stuff. It's defilement. So God has such feelings, and he's so particular and so clean that God says, I'm showing you how to do the first toilet and where to put your feces or whatever, but don't put it by my tabernacle. Don't put it in the same place. Because when I come, I don't want no defilement. Isn't that something? No, it's true. It's real. Go on. Read it right quick. It's serious. So God was telling them how to, wash themselves and how to make a toilet and where to put it at. Read.
When the host goeth forth against thine enemies, then keep thee from every wicked thing. If there be among you any man that is not clean by reason of uncleanness, that chanceth him by night, then shall he go abroad out of camp. He shall not come within the camp.
Now, he's saying that get ready to go to the bathroom. You got to go to the bathroom. This is what you got to do. Go ahead.
But it shall be, when evening cometh on, he shall wash himself with water.
Wash yourself with water.
And when the sun is down, he shall come into the camp again.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt have a place also without the camp.
Now, key this verse. He said, thou shalt have a place thou shalt have a place also without the camp. Now, without in Hebrew means outside. Somebody shout outside the camp.
Outside the camp.
Go ahead.
Whither thou shalt go forth abroad, and thou shalt have a paddle upon thy way.
Now, underline paddle because that's a shovel in Hebrew. It's another word, but I'm just going to make it plain to you, shovel in Hebrew. So he says, I want you to go outside the camp. Without means outside the camp in Hebrew. Whether thou shalt go forth abroad. In other words, take it far away from the camp, far away from the sanctuary. Because you know what? When I visit you, I don't want to smell it. I don't want no defilement in my presence. So you know what? I want you to be clean. So wash yourself even afterward. I want everything to be nice. Touch your neighbor's head. Everything should be nice. So that means that God wants your inside and your outside. Some people go to the bathroom and don't wash their hands. That's nasty. Feces can cause all kind of diseases. Come on. And you don't know why you wiping it out all on your fingernails. you don't know it and you're touching stuff. It's a lot. It's nasty. It don't take a lot just to do what you do. Put your hands in some water. That's what the word said. Wash yourself. They didn't have these elaborate toilets these days that you take the thing and you flush the toilet and you got water to come and wash it. Water comes down and wash it for you. No, use toiletries, right? And back in them days, they probably used leaves. How many remember the magazine paper? Oh, come on. Scrub it till it gets soft. She telling her age. No.
I don't remember that. We always had toilet paper. That means you're older and you use magazines.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm going to get her back. I'm just waiting. So some of them use the catalog, J.C. Penney's catalog, but they do outside leaves and all this other stuff to wipe themselves. But God said, even after you wipe, go get some water and wash yourself. What he said, go right quick. We almost going to do this. I just got to show you this. Go ahead.
And it shall be when thou wilt ease thyself abroad.
He said, when thou shalt ease thyself, somebody shall ease.
Ease.
I mean, when you go, go do the bathroom, number 1, number 2. Go ahead.
Thou shalt dig therewith.
The first toilet in the ground. Thou shalt dig. Isn't that something? This is all in the Word of God. Everything that we need to learn how to have ethics, how to cleanse ourselves. Look at your neighbor and say, it's in the Word. You ain't got to go get Better Homes for Garden or a man book to learn how to write. Go write Deuteronomy. He said, when thou wilt ease thyself, that abroad. So he said, go away from the camp. Thou shalt what?
Dig therewith, and shalt turn back and cover that which cometh from thee.
See, it come from you. He said, cover it up. Go ahead. Go
on the Lord.
It's time. Don't leave it in the toilet. Like we'll leave stuff in the toilet for somebody else to flush it. Don't leave you ever see. Now it's an invisible. You don't even remember going to the toilet. You don't remember dumping all that out. Come on, really? Come on. It is funny, ain't it? But some people, God brings that to us naturally. Because the same thing that he had to train them today is the same thing we fuss with our husbands, we fuss with our kids, we fuss with the people we live with. Come on, somebody, say hallelujah. Almost done. Flush that. Why you peed all over the toilet? Why you didn't put it up? Why you didn't put it down? But why you didn't put it down? Why you didn't put it up? Why did toilet papers turn upside down? Why you didn't turn it on the other side? So, look at God. The same thing that went back in there that God says, look, be clean about it. Go ahead.
For the Lord thy God walketh in the midst of thy camp.
Key that verse. For the Lord thy God walketh in the midst of the camp. He said, this is why I want y'all to take it abroad. I want y'all to cleanse yourself. Because you know what? I'm coming in. And I want to just sit with you. I want to have a relationship with you. I don't want to smell you. I don't want to know that you didn't wash your hands. I want you to be clean. That's how it is on the inside of us. He said, I want you to be clean in. And somebody shout, out. Now say it with me. In, out. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Come on. Go ahead. Because some people, I went to Ty. What was that? We was in Cleveland. No, Tennessee. Was it? Yeah, where I got sick. Yeah, we went to that restaurant, and the Lord told me. God talks to me. He says, don't touch that handle. And I touched the handle, opened the door. And then when me and Ty left, I looked at it twice and said, oh no. We went to Wendy's. The Lord said, Jennifer, go wash your hands. And I got to doing something. Ty went to the bathroom, and I got to doing something, and I forgot. And saying, now I didn't touch my burger. I touched the wrapper, and I began to eat. It wasn't long by the time I got in the car and I got sick. I don't know who touched that door and wiped their hand. going to the, oh my God, don't make me sick. Okay, you don't know. People touch knobs, go into the store, they probably have disease, anything can afflict this body. That's why it's good to pray and have a relationship with God. Come on, amen. So those things that come won't attack you, and I thank God because as I was being attacked in my body, that God didn't let it get no worse than what it did. But He said, Jennifer, I told you to wash your hands. I said, Lord, that needed it. Lord, forgive me. Have mercy upon my soul that I didn't obey your voice. And then once I began to repent, God relieved me. Is that all right? Yeah, I'm a pastor that repents. I love repenting. I love staying right before God. Because I got to make it to heaven. I don't enjoy putting my hand on fire for the burning sun. It don't make me, I don't love that. Come on, I don't like back pain. I don't like leg pain. So I can't go to heaven. Is that all right? That ain't enjoying. That's not enjoying. Go ahead. So God said, I'm coming in the midst of the camp. Go ahead.
To deliver thee.
Look, He said, I'm going to do some work, but you need to be clean.
That's right. And to give up thine enemies before thee. Therefore shalt thy camp be holy.
Oh, my God. Your camp got to be holy. Dig that whole way over there. Bury it. Cover it up. Cleanse yourself. Holiness. Cleanliness. That's what holy is. Clean. Somebody shout clean. Clean. Go ahead.
That he see no unclean thing in thee and turn away from thee.
Close your Bible. Now, wasn't that cute? Come on, give God a praise. Emma, was that funny? Let me tell your classmate, Jesus don't like people that don't clean their hands after they use the bathroom. Come on, go ahead.
I even think how, God created everything, even, the animals, dogs. When you see how He even made the dogs to cover up dirt poop. When they poop, they start digging with their back legs to cover it up.
Yes, and the cat, how they clean themselves.
Exactly.
After they poop and, do whatever. They clean, they lick all over and bathe themselves. Certain, all kind of animals. But we are the worst animals there are in human. We want to eat, then we want to make everybody else sick. I mean, just look at it. When you go to the bathroom, you ain't making yourself sick because you're immune to your mess. We're not immune to it. Is that all right? So you need to think, wash your hands. Think about, I got up, fine. Wait a minute, did I wash my hands? If you got to think about whether you did or not, do it again. Come on, just do it. Because you, like I said, you're immune to your stuff. Everybody else not. So that's toxic. So if God don't like it, look at your neighbor and say, God don't like it.
God don't like it.
Why should we?
Why should we?
Say, Jesus loved clean hands. Come on, give God praise. That's the word. That ain't Jennifer, that's the word. And it's wonderful, let us think. It's wonderful when we can look at God's word. I mean, I bet this stuff that y'all never heard of, have you? I never read that in my 40 years. I've taught, I've preached. I ain't never preached that. Ain't that something? See, God, there's nothing to, where you can't learn from God's word. All you got to do is read it. Go home and read Job. When you hear everybody talk about, and the devil did this to Job. No, he had to have permission. Come on, he didn't have that kind of power. But you take people preaching, the devil got power, the devil this, the devil that, the devil. Nothing about God. It's like, really? God created the devil. He is not more powerful than God. Is that all right? Come on, give God. That's sort of powerful. He's there. So I am. But God says that I am. I am whole. I am free. I am happy. I am delivered. I am going to wash my hands. A little bit more. After I use the bathroom. Because Jesus loves